Hello, tiny person, and welcome once again to Story Time with Picasso Van Gogh, which is me. And this is today's book, Froggy Plays in the Band, which is all exciting because it contains two of my favorite literary devices, music and amphibians. So here we go. Are you ready? So you have your Chicago Cubs bib wrapped around your face, which is excellent for story time. Let's see. Froggy Plays in the Band by Jonathan London, illustrated by Frank Raymond. It's nice name, Frank. Oh man, you just broke the equipment. This thing's still on? Yeah. Look what you did. You totally broke it. Hold on, I can fix it. There we go. Whew. Good thing for you, I have a degree in technical stuff from some accredited college somewhere. No, I totally do. It's in my resume. All right. At school one day, Froggy read a sign. It said, "Marching band contest, big prize." "Great," said Froggy, "a band contest." Yeah, you know how he didn't see the word marching. This guy is barely literate. He hopped over to Miss Martin, who in this case is being played by a bird, the music teacher. Flop, flop, flop. "What's the big prize?" asked Froggy. "It's a surprise," she said. Okay, that tells me she has no idea. She was like, we'll buy some candy later. If you and your friends start a marching band and compete against other schools in the Apple Blossom Parade, you can win the prize. Yeah, I bet it's like bragging rights. That's a surprise. Not gonna trust that one. "What will I play?" wondered Froggy. Then he remembered his dad's old sax. And after school, he flopped up to the attic, flop, 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 and he started blowing his dad's horn. Honk, bleep, screech! You know, so that's kind of like jazz fusion right there. That's pretty good for someone with no lessons. "Froggy," called his dad. "What?" "Quiet, please. I'm on the phone." "I'm on the phone, too," cried Froggy. "The saxophone." Saxophone, honk. I don't know, I think this kid's just sassing off to his dad, and he thinks he's clever. Looks who thinks he's clever Dan. Alright, so here's a lovely outdoor swamp motif. They live in the hill, kind of like we're on Hobbiton here. That's pretty cool. The next day, Froggy got his bands together, and they practiced in his yard. Max on drums. Kaboom! Leah on triangle. Ting-a-ling. Emma on recorder. Tweedledee. And Hannah, her twin, on cymbals. Clash. Whoa, Hannah's playing the Clash. You know, rocking the Casbah. Anything? Maybe you're too young for that joke. Okay. "I want to join too," said Froggelina. Really, Froggy and Froggelina. This is breaking new ground, let me tell you. "What do you play?" asked Froggy. "Nothing," she said, "but I can do this." And she twirled a baton and tossed it high in the air and cut it behind her back. Ta-da! Alright, behind the back, I give her props for that. Every day after school, Froggy's ragtag band marched around the playground. Honk, kaboom, twinkling, tweedledee, clash. Rockin' the Casbah. You know, rockin' the Casbah. Sure you don't like it. Every day, Miss Martin told them the rules for marching. Don't look left. Don't look right. Don't stop for anything. Don't stop for anything. I hope they don't come to some railroad tracks. This could end in tragedy. Of course, I didn't check. Maybe it is a tragedy. I didn't read the cover that carefully. "What if you have to go to the bathroom?" asked Froggy. "Don't stop for anything," commanded Miss Martin, "or everybody behind you will crash into you." So like the last guy, like this beaver on drums, he could stop and go potty. Everyone else gotta keep going. Like without going. You know what I mean. They should all wear diapers like you do. Okay, 3 weeks left. Honk, honk, honk. 2 weeks. Honk, honk, honk. 1. Froggy practiced marching everywhere, even in his sleep. Here he is, sleep marching. Should probably get some therapy for that. He's gonna wake up tired. You know, with tired shin bones and whatnot. At last, the big day came. The apple trees had burst into bloom. Boom! And the parade was ready to begin. Everybody was nervous, especially Froggy. Because, you know, he had a lot of money riding on this, and he owed a lot of money to the wrong people, if you know what I mean. Maybe I'm extrapolating too much. Okay. Miss Martin said, "Now remember, don't look left, and don't look right, and don't stop for anything. And the parade began. Okay, wasn't she like the music teacher? I mean, did she teach them to play those instruments at all? Or she's just like, all right, just go straight ahead. That's all I'm going to teach you for a month. And then you're going to go and compete as a marching band. It seems like there's a step missing. Well, let's see how it turns out. Maybe that's the lesson at the end of the book. And here they go. Being the youngest, Froggy's marching band marched in front, led by the majorette, the one and only Froggelina. And there she is. She's like, I'm marching in the front. Froggy, called his father. He was jumping up and down on the sidelines, like this. But Froggy didn't look. Froggy, called his mother. She was aiming a camera. But Froggy didn't look. Cameras flashed. Clowns threw candy. Disaster struck. I'm just kidding. There was no disaster. There's clowns, though, which is kind of scary. Still Froggy marched, looking straight ahead. Here came the judges' stand. This was the big moment. Da-da-da. Oh, man, the drummer's mom is on the judges' stand. I think they got this one. You always need somebody in charge. Froggelina twirled her baton. She tossed it high in the air, and Froggy thought, don't look left, don't look right, and bonk, her baton hit him on the head and knocked him down. He's like, oh! Oops, cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Oof, clang, crash, and the rest of the parade piled on. Now, when I said disaster struck, apparently I was just a page too early. Froggy, called Miss Martin. What? Came a muffled cry. You all right? Froggy crawled out from the bottom of the heap and said, don't stop for anything, and started to wail a wild swamp tune on his saxophone. I know, right? Look at him go. He's like totally wild. The rest of his band joined in, and everybody danced in the street. And the judge's vote came in. Froggy's ragtag band had won a special award for being the most violent, I guess. Oh wait, coolest marching band at the Apple Blossom Parade. Really coolest? They call him the coolest. Okay. Child of the 60s, apparently. Everybody on the board. What's the big prize? Asked Froggy. This is, said Froggelina, and she gave him a big juicy kiss, smack on his cheek. Eek. I don't know how we're supposed to read that, eek. I think it's like, eek. I don't know. Okay, see, being the... Here, let me help you there. You seem to be stuck behind your bib. Yeah, when they were the only two frogs, I had assumed earlier that she was like his sister, and apparently not the case. She's like a neighbor frog. Maybe in a different book they explain that. Then the judges gave Froggy and his band the real prize, a golden saxophone. Oh wait, a big golden trophy in the shape of a saxophone, so it's not playable. Yes, cried Froggy. And Froggy's ragtag band played one last time. Honk, kaboom, twingaling, tweedledee, clash, rockin' the Casbah. So, you know, the question it seeks to answer metaphysically is, what can go wrong when Froggy plays in the marching band? And the answer is, plenty. Plenty can go wrong when Froggy plays in the marching band. Here's the lesson, little kid. Are you listening? Learn to play the instrument first, then learn to march. Don't just go head out there marching and honking and squeaking. You know, unless you can learn to play the Clash and rockin' the Casbah. Alright, wow, this is a long one. I am Picasso Van Gogh. Thank you for joining us for story time, and now let's take a nap. Like a family, like we used to. Like this. Good night, everybody.